What are you talking about? What is on the corner? What is in the streets?
Anything you wish for right now.
Rasperience is on your radio.
Rasperience with Tony Rebel on the bridge, 99 FM.
I'm stepping up.
Welcome forward to another edition of Rasperience. Big up Richie B. We're up and live. Zin,
On the bridge.
make way for Rasperience. As I say, welcome forward to another edition of Rasperience. Lalabella is on your radio. What are you thinking?
Tony Rebel.
We reset the mindset with ICEP. What are you eating? Are you eating to live or living to eat? Or digging your grave with your teeth? We tell you about healthy lifestyle practices in Livity. And then we go to Inadicia time with all the things that is happening in and around us, different topics. We relate to all of them here on Rasperience. And then we seal up. We seal up with words of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. But before we make the trad right now, we take the vow. We take the vow. Yeah.
Babylon Bridge is falling down.
Till it touch the ground.
Babylon Bridge is falling
I come to
down.
utter some conscious sound.
Babylon
Don't be
Bridge is
afraid, don't
falling
you dread till it touch
down.
on the ground. Remember your
Babylon
antenna
Bridge
them
is falling
Have
down. Pulling up the
say
dread.
we no bound, we no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take, remain as a rainbow. We no bound, we no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take, remain as a rainbow. The first time me know say Rastafari legit is when me take a little trip in a Numbers chapter 6. Me read Revelation, I was astonished. Me know the mark of the beast that is 666. Me check Samson and John the Baptist. Them blow them not the dread, make it long like whiz. Oh, me start to grow for me dread some more when me start reading Ezekiel 44. So me no bound, me no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take for me as a rainbow. Me no bound, me no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take for me as a rainbow. Some people are spread propaganda about black hair is a sin, but me challenge anyone. I mean with them can't win 'cause any day them show me that the Bible say man figure to make it them scissors and comb and make them cut off everything. 'Cause me no bound, me no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take for me as a rainbow. And me no bound, me no cure as dead or as no. Long time me take for me as a
So the vow that we take is all about let the hungry be fed, let the naked be clothed, let the sick nourished, the aged protected, the infant cared for. In my Father's house there are many mansions, and so we're going to yell up some of them. We're going to yell up some of them now. Yell up the Naya Bingi, the Bobo Shanti, 12 tribes of Israel, School of Vision. I always heal up Dermot Fagan. He's the head of, School of Vision. African Unity, Covenant Rastafari, Messianic Dreads, the Selassian Church, Ethiopian Orthodox, and Judah Coptic Church. We hail His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie and Empress Menen. Him say even in the 21st century, with faith, courage, and a just cause, David will still slew Goliath. Yeah, Goliath gets slew. And this morning, we'll be talking about agriculture. Agriculture. Anthony B.
Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when it's a next man you are the pen pan. Well you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Happy sing you on a song can't compete with Kelly's John. I was looking a start. Just a little ease off. No one would help me push that hole and can't. Them a laugh, never take me serious. So many goals and tasks, patrols I pass every day. My Lord, I have to pray on my way. Them never realize it's a little corporation. We coulda unify, relieve the frustration. Instead them want to ride up on them bread about no tears, no cares. If him evil did stop our job. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the barn. Who you are go blame it on when he's a next man? You are the pen pan. Well you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the barn. You happy sing you own a song can't compete with Kelly's John. I feel pleased when I take a little ease from a long hard day of work. A sense of achieving to know I'm contributing, doing my part too. This is my comfort. I know there is a reward for every trying man who walk this land with an intention to do good for himself and every man. Just a meditation. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when he's a next man? You are the pen pan.
Everyone want to read the band, but nobody want to plant the corn. But the corn must be planted. You know what I mean? Agriculture. Yes. Everyone who lives in earth depend on agriculture. The Prime Minister, the Governor General, the President of America, everyone has to eat. And when you eat, that comes from agriculture. You know, if everyone just play their part in earth, then we will have a happier place. The street person who clean the streets, clean up. The man who teaches, teach in the school. The policeman do his duty. And all citizens do their duty. But one thing all citizens can do is plant something. You know, it is important to plant trees. I go down a country and I plant up some trees where I don't know if I go and live for eat half of them trees there. But the reason why I plant them is that somebody planted some before I. And I ate a lot of mango and sweet sap and sour sap and jelly coconut and everything I ate. And I didn't plant it. So I plant some for somebody else in the future. It is important to plant. Your backyard, you plant 2 whole of callaloo, scallion, thyme, a bean tree, a okra. You know, it is always important to plant. As I say, everybody have to eat, and you eat because somebody planted. Somebody plants something in the ground, whether you buy it or you get it free or whatever. It is because of a plant, a planter. This morning we have a distinguished guest. We have with us this morning, we're going to connect with Chairperson of Jamaica Organic Agricultural Association, Nicola Shirley Phillips. one of the directors of Source Farm Eco Village and Community Development Institute. Nicola, how you do?
I'm well, thank you so much. And I love, obviously, the music.
Yes.
And it's so appropriate because we want to talk about the con today. I was perfect opening. I was hoping that you were going to make sure you play that.
We're going to play some more. We're going to play some other ones that is related to farming also.
Right, exactly. It's too important.
Because those songs are there, you know, people talk about everything in music and farming is so important because no matter who you be, you have to eat. And eating comes from a farmer. Tell me something, how comes you become a farmer?
Well, actually, I have to blame it on my father.
Yes.
Because when we were growing up, we were actually growing up in Kingston. And at one point, my father took us to Kitson Town in Spanish Town. He bought a little farm and started to do some farming there. But then he was very concerned about the education level in terms of some of the rural schools, and he brought us back into Kingston. And I remember us my brother and I were very upset that he was taking us from the farm and taking us back into Kingston.
What?
And so, so from those days, it was in our system, in our blood to be part of the land. And so it comes from that. So
and then you develop that status into a higher one by learning an organic farming. And what is organic farming?
Well, before we go on to the organic farming part, just the trajectory. So we end up having a restaurant, and I think you probably remember the restaurant. It was a Spanish Court when there used to be Epiphany and all those things. They used to have a restaurant there. So my background after the farming thing really went into food service.
Okay.
And as I was doing food service in the U.S., I went to culinary school and that kind of thing, having a restaurant in Philadelphia. I kept looking at the ingredients that we're getting, and I was actually getting sick from the ingredients.
Okay.
And my herbalist doctor told me it would be healthier for me to be in Jamaica because the food has more nutritional value.
Yes.
And it's not going to kill you. So that's when I came home. And that's how I started planting my own food because of not being well and trying to clean up my own health.
And then so you start to plant for others too?
Yeah, because the thing I thought with my big idea, I'm going to come back and I'm going to start a farm, but I realized I couldn't farm everything. So we started to train some other folks for organic farming, and we figured that you can grow this, we grow this, and then we put together.
Simple.
And we get something. So that is how the whole thing really started.
Right. When you were in Philadelphia, when you in Philadelphia and you were using those foods, wonder if me ever come to your restaurant yet?
Well, we were the Jerk Hut on South Street. So I think most people would come through.
Yes.
And we did a lot of, whenever your musicians came, we're the ones that did all the food service for you guys.
Most likely we come there already.
Yes.
But then the food that is planted in America and even Jamaica, it has so much insecticide and fertilizer kind of. So we get more nutritional value from our plant that we plant, like a coconut tree, a sweet sap tree, or plant it to if we do compost.
Right.
It is better to do that than to use those kind of fertilizer and those insecticide. Tell me about the organic farming. So
organic farming, I would say, if you go back to some of the practices that our grandparents did, those, because remember, they didn't have all those chemicals. This whole chemical thing came out of World War II when they had the leftover chemicals and also even the Vietnam War, they were spraying with Agent Orange and defoliating things. So they had a stockpile of chemicals. And what are they going to do with this? This is Bayer and DuPont and those guys. And so they said, well, let's just change some molecules or dilute some of it and then put it on the market for other people who want to kill weeds. Because remember, when they had the Agent Orange, they would spray it over Vietnam and they would defoliate the tree so they could see who was under there.
Right.
So the same idea they had, and they said, well, let's just, make it into a commercial product. And so this is one of the things that happened. So in doing that, because, of course, the farmers are always dealing with weeds, and a weed is a plant that you don't really know or you don't want in your area. But everything that the Creator put together is for a reason.
It's for a reason. If it's even for compost or something.
Even compost, but a lot of the things that we're finding out now. I'm working with farmers, and we're weeding out things. And I look at it, I say, that's the shame lady. That is good for this thing. We're looking at. You mean
dead and wake?
Right.
Shame
Exactly.
Amaka. It is good for the prostate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the thing, right? So some of the things that we're planting, we get better money off of those herbal things and those quote unquote weeds than we even get on planting the tomato. And it's more beneficial for us, but we rip them out and said this is not worth anything, and we burn them out with the gramazone, and we do all this madness.
Trust me,
but
man.
the very thing that you need is right there on the foot. They always say wherever you live and whatever your body needs, it shows up outside your door. In the plant world, we just have to be aware and look and see what's there.
So you can use soap water and get rid of insects. You can use neem.
Neem, yes, all of those things are there.
Yeah, so all the natural remedies are there. You don't have to use the artificial one that cause effects on our body,
and
cancer.
All kind of stuff, right.
Hold on. I could play a song in the meantime. Hold on, I could play one more of the song where you want to hear.
Yes.
Farmer man just coming from the farm, you're not for ask it. Alright then, I've got some fresh food for the people in the market. Again, farmer man just coming from the farm, you're not for ask it. And I told you, I've got some fresh food for the people in the market. Alright, some callaloo and some lettuce. You want it, you can get it. Fresh, tomatoes, well you can fetch it. Some thyme and some fresh scallion. Sweet peppers and some onion. Cucumbers, watermelon. And you can fill your basket. You can fill your basket. Yeah, you can fill your basket. 'Cause everybody wants it. Alright. Farmer man just coming from the farm, you're not for accent. I told you, I've got some fresh food for the people in the market. Again, farmer man just coming from the farm, you're not for accent. Okay then, I've got some fresh food for the people in the market. Now check this out, my food is organic, it grow on earth planet. And I want a plastic food that me a show, damn it. Me no need no GMO, if somebody tell me so. Me no want no fertilizer, to make me food grow. A natural seed when me sow. A natural, them know the pro. A natural seed when me sow. A natural, them know the pro. So don't you try go round, none of the farmer man.
Yes, Nicole, you hear that?
Yeah, man.
Jamesa talking about farming, and he talks about GMO, the genetically modified food.
Yeah.
And a lot of GMO foods are here. I mean, Monsanto want to keep us in a little narrow passage where them alone sell us seeds and all of that. What
you remember whoever control the food control the people.
Control the people.
So right, so you have, if they control what
you eat.
You talk about the corn.
Yes.
We eat so much corn here, cornmeal porridge all the time, and all that is GMO corn coming in.
Right.
So we actually, to be honest, this last week we actually had a farmer, one of our farmers in our farmers group, grow some corn, and
right.
it was organically grown, and we actually mill our own cornmeal this week.
Right.
So the taste and the smell of it is totally different.
Totally different, man.
Totally different, man. Totally different. So
hey, what I noticed?
Get back to these things.
What I noticed with oranges, like some oranges don't have seeds, and you know what I mean. How can a plant grow? A woman plant and it don't have seeds to continue the process. You know?
That right, and that's again is all about control.
Right.
Because a lot of the seeds that we're getting these days, there's only one time you can grow them, so they terminate after that. And
right.
so, again, it's about control, and they talked about that in the Bible, to watch out for these things. So we are at that time now where this is happening.
Right. So you're saying it's a revelation.
Yeah,
It's
man.
fulfilling prophecy right now, because the Bible speaks of the famine, and, and if we're not farming, we're going to have famine. I see that they're dumping a whole lot of foods all over the place and all kind of things, like they're setting up they're setting up a next plan to have us hungry.
Well, there's a West African saying that nobody can buy a head if you don't sell it.
Right.
And so if you know that and you see what is coming down the pike, then you would definitely start to put first of all, get the knowledge, because
Right.
that's one of the things that we're not having.
Right.
Is the knowledge of how to do these things our grandparents used to do.
Right.
And everybody is responsible for their own food. I don't understand how people just figure so that, okay, the farmer alone is
Yes.
I'm doing the computer work, so I don't have to care about where my food is coming from. I can just go to a store.
That is carelessness. That is carelessness. How
we
how
have no
comes?
food security in this country.
Yes.
You go back to a biblical thing. When they talk about having 7 years of food stored, ask yourself how much years of food that you have stored
Right.
in your own pantry now. How much weeks of food do you have stored up?
Right.
We don't have those things, and people feel like it's everybody else's responsibility to feed them.
To feed them. All they need to do is have the money. But there are times going to come on earth when money no important now. When nobody no want your money, you better plant some food in your backyard. And I'm encouraging every citizen of this country to juke something in your backyard, because all it need is the seed to plant in the earth, and it germinate and it grows into whatever and blossom and bear. So just make sure, say, that you hear what the lady say, you're responsible for your own food, no matter if you have money or not. Because tell me something, how the farming conference ago?
It's going really well. I mean, just so you know, we decided through Jamaica Organic Agriculture Movement, because a lot of people have been coming to us about wanting to get into farming.
Yes.
And a lot of people from even overseas who see what's going on and then want to come home and them kind of thing, where they're going to get their food from, because they're used to having access to organic food.
Yes.
So, but the thing is that people who are going into it, they have to know if they're going into it for your backyard, which I encourage everybody to do. But if you're going into it for a business, we really want you to come and learn how to actually operate the organic farming as a business, because people go into you can't make no money off organic farming, because they don't really know.
They don't know.
They understand the level. Right. If it's just a backyard thing, yeah, man, go put your thing in and do it.
Right.
But if it's a business you're trying to run, and what's happening, so say, for instance, auntie, cousin, uncle send down some money for you to start some farming,
Right.
like you call them. If you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to do it organically, then you lose them people their money, and then it's a family problem.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
So we're trying
yeah.
to avoid all the family problem when you're sending
So you're
right?
trying to educate these people
Yes.
to let them know how to farm, how to make money out of it, because I myself is a farmer, as an artist and a radio disc jockey, everything else. Farming is important to me. Right now, I plant corn, I plant gungo, I plant bean, I plant scallion, I plant thyme, I plant tomato, I have plantain, I have banana, I have yam. It's just everything I plant.
Everything.
I want to tell you, a man, I don't talk about the other weed thing when I plant, but but
It's plant medicine. What are you talking about?
I want to tell you that a man have a piece of land beside me. I'ma just go over there and chop it down and farm it, and the other day him come there and him say, hey, you can always go and plant it. So people can always use up, well, and I encourage people to use up land, but you can ask people for a piece of their land too, and use it in other country, in Jamaica, Manchester, Westmoreland, we have West that have more land. So many land there that we can always, get a piece, lease it or something and do some farming. No matter the work what you do, it is important to farm, because food security is always important. If we have to depend on America to give us food, what if America need all his food, all the food there for them people alone? We not gonna get any food if we have to depend on China to send us food. And China have other places. He have to send it to the Philippines or send it near around to his place. We going to dead for hungry. So we have to plan.
I tell you a true story. During COVID, I'm usually the person that organizes seeds for the farmers, for our organic farmers, for the farmers market.
Yeah.
And I called 4 different seed companies that we normally deal with. And they told me that if you weren't a registered farmer in the U.S., we weren't selling you any seeds. And it's exactly what happened. We could not get any seeds to be imported into Jamaica.
Right.
So it's a real serious thing. When no ships or no plane can come in, what we're going to do, we're importing 70% of our food into this country, which is, we have a 12-month growing season. We have actually companies that want us to grow out their seed and do seed testing in Jamaica because they don't have the season that we have.
Right.
And we're importing so much food.
Yes,
something wrong.
something wrong with that.
Something wrong. So we have to, at this point, if nothing else, this COVID has been a big wake-up call for all of us.
Right.
To say, listen, we have to get serious about this thing.
True.
Right? Everybody's supposed to put their hand in the soil and
Yes,
get connected.
man.
Learn if you're not sure.
Learn from you. Come to the conference. Listen
to the conference. And we, seriously, because it's a serious thing.
Tell us how we get to the conference and all of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my contact number is 876-421-8838.
421-8838.
Right. And also, if you go on, send an email to Jome Limited.
What?
Jome, J-O-M, J-O-A-M.
J-O-A-M.
That's Jamaica Organic Agriculture Movement.
That's an acronym, yeah.
Right. LTD.org at Gmail.
Yes.
We can get you registered, or you call me and I help you get yourself registered for the conference. So we have amazing guests. If you want to learn about cost of production, and this is not just for organic farm, anybody that is doing any kind of farming.
Yes.
You have to learn. I always tell when we train folks in farming, don't put a seed in the ground if you're doing it for business, unless you know
what to do.
That you're gonna what you're doing in terms of you're gonna make any money. If you're doing your backyard gardening, yes,
fine.
But if you're going into it as a crop, you need to know before, because a lot of times why people lose money on farming is that everybody's planting the same thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then you can't get the dollar value for it. So you have to know everything that is going into that crop. Because it's not just about planting the seed. How are you going to water it? If you have a pest issue, what is there available to deal with that particular thing? All of those things.
Right.
So all those things have to be costed out and done. So we have that. We have a guy from Kenya and Brazil that is showing you this beautiful regenerative model of not just planting the cash crop, but how you plant the trees, because the trees are very important.
The trees are very
the regenerative
important.
Planting system. And for Jamaica, that is what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
We don't have much topsoil, so we need to be able to plant those trees like our grandparents did do, and so we have something to eat from now.
Yes.
As you said before.
Have a lot of ackee trees and a lot of mango trees and a lot of orange trees. We thank you very much, Nicola, for participating in our program and sharing with us. We want to maybe come to the agricultural conference.
Okay, I expect you to see you there.
Yes.
And really, people should come out and support. And we're having all kinds of different events. We also have every Sunday at 4 o'clock, we do a talk. We bring, if you have a problem with any growing practice, we find people globally, locally that can answer those questions.
Right.
Every Sunday we have that going on. So that's something too. You can check with us at Joe. Yes.
It's a continuous process. Thank you very much.
Process, yes.
Thank you very
so much
much
for having me.
Yes.
And keep up the good work.
Yes, man.
And keep up farming.
Yes, man. I'm going to keep up the farming, man. All right. We practice self-reliance. Yeah, as Rastafari. From long time, we do organic farming. We used to call it ITAL. ITAL farming. But yeah, we practiced that long time ago, and that is how the village of Rastafari is always kept going. You know, we plant with weed, we plant with food and all of that, because we never work for Babylon. You know, it's like we want to be self-reliance, independent. So, we a long time we do that something there. Come with the Mal and Asha, make we hear it.
Ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, we me put the ganja. Babylon come and light it at a fire, me a chant. Yes, I'm a ganja planter, Call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, when me put the ganja. Babylon come, yo, yo. Big stinking helicopter flow through the air. With them call it weed eater. Them never did it when me was out in water. Or when me did them blind fertilizer. Yet out of the sky them spitting fire. And I'm a little youth man with a hot temper. Me dig up me stinking rocket launcher. And in the air this was the helicopter me a chant. Some ganja planter. Call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth when me put the ganja. Babylon come a lot with a top fire me a chant.
That's Marlon Asher there for you out of Trinidad. He's the ganja farmer and the ganja planter. Yes, Rasperience is on your radio, Bridge 99 FM. Well, you are. We're going to go for a break, and then when we're forward, we'll come through with Livity. All right?
Don't watch no face. Just tune in to the Bridge 99 FM. At this right there.
Yes, I. Today, we speak on avocado. So we go to Livity. Yeah. We speak on avocado today. Seeing? The same thing where you call pear. Yeah. We have to go hug up our pear tree them and cry to them the way we treat them. We don't throw mulch around them roots at all. We don't weed them out. But they are so important to us. You know? It has all kind of nutritional value. Nutritious. It's versatile. Make we hear Eyes Nigga first, and then we come forward.
First possible food they put into their body is flesh. Our human digestive system is not designed to process flesh. Food should not stay in the body for more than 8 hours, while meat take the average 9 hours to digest. Undigested pieces will remain in the colon and rot and become worm. Heat down the spinal column and go up into the brain and eat up the brain stem, and that leads to death. Yeah, well then, this time I see leader, burn Babylon. It's I them can't get rid of. Fire from Vatican. Hey, this time is I kick down Babylon. I and I say go down Solomon tomorrow. Then I and I have so many sound to use as a weapon. Kick down the whole of Babylon. I and I have so many songs to use as a weapon. Burn down the whole of Vatican. Hey, I ready them, not ready them, I move ready. Them not heal, I'll still I see. Ready them, not ready them, I move ready. You never keep funeral in a them belly. You don't have no job, one for chant and burn down the rock. You have job, one for name born. You know have no job, one for chant and burn down Rome, but you have job, one for name born. But you never hear still I see guys say, oh no for name vegetable, and left the animal them alone. Rastafari say, eat vegetable, left the animal them alone.
Yes, I.
Never hear still I see guys say that.
I say,
And stop
you have to eat veg and stop eat up the dead. Stop take your teeth and dig your grave. All right. Versatile and delicious avocados have become a kitchen staple in many homes around the world. Yeah? While some people refer to as avocado as a fruit, and some people say they are a vegetable, avocados are actually considered a berry. Yeah, because it looked like a berry, a bigger berry than the small berries, than blackberries and so. They are a member of the Lauraceae plant family, which also includes the cinnamon tree. Avocados are concentrated source of healthy fats and fiber, plus a number of vitamins and minerals. A whole heap of mineral and vitamins and fats. The fats of avocado is good enough. You have two fats. You have the LDL and the BDL. And the LDL fat is what is in avocado. The rich nutrients that are often lacking in many humans' diet include magnesium, B6, vitamin C, vitamin E, and folate. All of those can be found in the avocado. It's beneficial for gut health. I mean, always talk about the leaky gut. Some people have leaky gut, you know. When the gut they start leak, I mean your intestines start to leak, it can cause dangerous damage to your health. Avocados are high in fiber, providing about 14 grams of each avocado. They nearly half the current DV for the important nutrient. Getting enough fiber in your diet is essential for health of digestive system because it helps to promote growth of healthy bacteria. So you know you have two bacteria in you. You have the bad bacteria and you have the good bacteria. Avocado helps to promote the good bacteria. It may help reduce heart disease risk factors. Hey, them thing we talk about on Rasperience in a Livity is always geared towards the heart and the gut and the brain. You know? Regularly consuming nutrient-dense food like avocados could help protect against heart disease. The vitamins, minerals, healthy fats. Remember I tell you, it's two different kind of fats you have. You have the healthy fats and you have the unhealthy fats. Zine. And the fiber found in avocados all play a role in keeping the cardiovascular system healthy. That is your heart. Yeah? A rich source in antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds. In addition to vitamins, mineral, health fats, and fiber, avocados are packed with bioactive compounds, including carotenoids. So you have the beta carotene and you have the carotenoids, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and phenolic compounds. Yeah. 23 trusted sources. Yeah. These compounds have been shown to have significant antioxidant, neuroprotective, and cardioprotective activities. That means when you talk about neuro, are your head. Saying, and you talk about cardio, are your heart. Saying, a smart choice during pregnancy and breastfeeding. It's a smart choice to eat avocado when you're pregnant or when you're doing breastfeeding. Seeing? During pregnancy and breastfeeding, nutrients demand significantly increase. Yeah? One avocados deliver 27% of recommended folate intake during pregnancy. Eating avocados can also help you to reach the recommended intake levels for nutrients that are needed in greater amounts during pregnancy and breastfeeding, like vitamin C, potassium, and B6. You can imagine? Avocado is very important. The same thing where you call pear, it's important to eat it. Always don't leave it under the tree to be rotten. See? Make we hear the Queen of Africa. Yeah.
The Rasta man not tell you say you road. Hey,
Up from the hills that's always shot. Them non drink no natural green herbs. 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 Every day hospital full up. Drive through pharmacy everybody pull up. Some of them sit down and can't even get up. A ball for your take, a ball for them stomach. The porter them busy, the nurse them busy, doctor them busy, the patient them busy. Healing starter soon as them see we. Wake up Miss Prissy, pass me some busy. Cause them not drink no natural green herbs. 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 Every day you're fasting brown and black buckle. Warm to cane juice, warm to pineapple. Bull make you fly, but your heart will attack you. Big food war, check your shelf. Them Babylon and chop your kick with GMO. Tell them no, not you. Make them know Rastafari got you. Big up the farmer, them no grandma zone for your vegetable. Good health, that's inevitable. But them not drink no natural green juice.
Them not drink no natural green juice. Hey, we are going in this year time. Yeah, because we have a whole heap of things to talk about in this year time. Run that.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, my brethren, you got to know yourself. In this your time, man, you have in mind, you get carried away by captivity, carried away by captivity. In this your time, although them say themselves, Jah, the 30 pieces of silver, Jah live forever. You might go come with lightning and thunder. In this your time, anyone can tell a lie, but the truth reveal itself. Oh, you are gonna say that you love Jah, yet you fight tribal against your brother. In this your time.
In this year time, things that is happening in and around us, different topics, we take them on. Right now, today, NCB made 20 billion profit last year. 20 billion profit last year. And they make more than that other years. So may I say, why so many times we have to pay? We have to pay for put the money in the bank. We have to pay for take out the money. We have to pay for so many things. You know what I mean? When you take our money and you really go invest that. When we put the money in the bank, you take the money and you invest that and you make a profit and thing. And the little profit where we get, seeing, it's small. What may I say? We have to build up competition. We have to build up competition. Seeing, the role of public policy, starting with the Consumers Affairs Commission, right? They have to review and publish the different fees that these banks charge, and let us see where we have the comparative advantage. You know, anywhere is better, we bank with money, that's all. But a whole heap of money that MCB make, and them charge with so many different fees. I see them debating it all the time in Parliament. Fitzjackson always bringing it up. And the other day, I see the finance minister ridicule certain talking and thing, but it's an important issue what we need to talk about. You know, poor people can put their money in the bank and all kind of fees. You know, we agree say some fees must pay, but boy, you know, all of them the fees there where them are deal with. Manchester, Manchester I come from, I come from a place called Elliston, Slang Bang. See? And one time Manchester used to be known as the cleanest city. When Cecil Charlton had the mayor of Mandeville, yeah, it's the cleanest city always down there. But recently, they're dumping garbage all over around the town, and Charmaine Stevenson, yeah, she talked about the illegal dumping on the outskirts of the town, you know, especially Patrick Road. We think say, we have to stop that. The SPM Southern Parks and Market is responsible for solid waste management in Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth. We hope you do a better job and return Manchester to the golden, majestic heritage that we have down there, sir, our ma'am. Also, a whole heap of things are going on in Manchester there. The man them kill people too much, man. What go on? We need to get us the latter scamming too. The other day, a 15-year-old, a man try to rob a shop and kill a 15-year-old, you know, down in Alligator Pond area. Yeah, man. I don't expect Manchester to go on so bad, man. You know? I don't expect Manchester to go on so bad. The other day, when kill a man, when just feel say him is a robber and when mob him and kill him and he's an innocent man, you know? Yeah, when I go on better down I'm a parish. I'm going to talk about Manchester specifically because of them I come from. I talk about the whole Jamaica too. The whole Jamaica we need for each individual need to get back in ourselves and stop the foolishness, because this is our backyard. This is our backyard, you know? We can't afford for, you know, make it get filthy, because we are going to step in it. Yeah. Texas educators propose slavery taught as involuntary relocation. What is involuntary relocation? Una shame for say una enslave we? How comes we have such sophisticated names? Yeah? Involuntary. That means you never voluntarily relocate yourself. So let us have some involuntary repatriation and some involuntary reparation. Reparatory justice is what we need. You know, we need to get back some money for all the times when you enslave us. Hey, a second grade classes in Texas would use the term involuntary relocation to describe slavery under the new proposed social studies standard, leading to objection from educators, expert. Of course, you have to object that. You know, I mean, you can't do something. I mean, the nowadays people, them now here say them foreparents did enslave us. When a black man has become the president of America, a black man and a black woman turn the White House in a black house. And even in this time, a black woman, which is a Jamaican, is deputy president. So you can't feel that black people is inferior anymore, because we have conquered. We have passed through all the areas that you think say you could have go through. You have to deal with it equally, but you have to bear the shame. You have to bear the shame that you enslaved us. Yes, because a lot of us were enslaved. We were enslaved because a slave is what have a servitude attitude that just want to be a slave, just glad for work for Bakra Masa. But we rebelled. That means we are never slave at all. See? All right. Audrey Marks urge eligible Jamaicans to become U.S. citizens. Yeah? Jamaican ambassador to the United States, Audra Marks, has called to eligible members of Jamaican diaspora to become citizens of the United States, fully participate in democratic process and at their adopted home. Well, I mean, if those who chose to and back at them and go and live America, you're supposed to fully participate in the activities of America so that you can be beneficial. You can get all the benefits all the perks that come with it. I don't want no American citizenship. I just want to go America, go work, and maybe visit. You know, but I don't really. I accept my sovereignty as a Jamaican citizen. I am a Jamaican. Yeah, I don't want to go this up, go live, and I don't want no citizenship there. But those who want it can have it. Those who want to become citizens in America can have it. I mean, enough people go to America when them young, seeing, and them maybe them never get through to become a citizen, and them do something bad, and them deport them. You know what I mean? When them don't know nothing about all Jamaica or any other Caribbean country where them go, them deport them back. Like them develop the monster in them, and then them don't want to deal with the monster. So them send them back to Jamaica for we deal with the monster here. Yeah, so no found for become citizens. No found, especially the bad ones, them must become citizens of America. Yeah. This jock charge for not reporting a murder that he witnessed. What? You can't be charged? I never know that. I just alert that. I just alert. Let me see this now. A 34-year-old, this jockey, has been charged with misprision of a felony after he allegedly witnessed the murder of a man on Andrew Penn Lane in St. Andrew on Friday, August 21st, 2021, and did not report the incident. Well, charge is Kevin Campbell, otherwise called DJ Extreme, or Slick Jack of Barbican Road. Yeah, right. How would that go? Because you witness a murder, you go tell the police, you are a crown witness for this murder. The man go jail, and him stay in a jail and make a phone call outside and tell a man say get rid of him because him is a witness. So the kind of culture where we have in Jamaica, you can't kill a man when you see him see something and him not talk. You know, in that the case, he that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. Zine? But unless all of we are gonna start talk everything what we see. And the white collar man them too, where the white collar crime. We don't talk everything we wanna see. You know? But I don't know. It is lawful, it is against the law for you to see certain crime and don't report it. So I encourage, for put your life up front. Do what is best for you and your family. Zane, it would be good. It would be good to talk everything you see. But you can't talk. You have to see I'm blind and hear and deaf sometimes. We know that how it go in a Jamaica. This is Jamaica. Yeah. I gotta seal up, because it has become 58 minutes after 10, and Ronnie Tweet and Pernell Charles waiting to come forward to come do them show. Loyalty inspires understanding, and understanding cooperation. These are the clearest evidence of strength. Haile Selassie says so. Success is the fruit of cooperation. We must always cooperate. Yeah, until next Wednesday, another hour of Rasperience. I am your truly Lalibella, aka Tony Rebel, Jagai.